Hey guys, today we are going to talk about a little known secret and a somewhat inconvenient truth for people that don't have Tier 9 yet. Tier 9 is an expensive journey to go down. It's getting cheaper and cheaper as time goes on, and with the most recent patch, you have the ability now to build your unlimited crystals, and you don't have to pay for them anymore. Back in the day, it literally cost thousands. Now it's still exceptionally expensive and almost unattainable if you consider how many cosmic crystals you really need. But if you start stockpiling cosmic crystals and shadow matter and ignore the oracle events where you want to spend those cosmic crystals, and just start building unlimited crystals over and over and over, you will eventually have Tier 9. And what you're probably thinking is, oh man, once I get Tier 9, then you got to use more unlimited crystals to build Tier 9. And then if they die, you have to use more unlimited crystals to repair them. And they're so expensive, and it's like, I don't want to reward the game developers and blah, blah, blah. Here's the thing. Tier 9 is really good. Like, it takes... going from Tier 7 to Tier 9 completely changes the way you play this game. In fact, I've been Tier 9 for about 3 or 4 months, and I kind of forgot what it was like to not be Tier 9. Like, I hated using Tier 7 because it was so expensive to repair. But when you get Tier 9 and you start realizing what it can do, one of the first things is you realizing that farming becomes very easy. So during the Nemesis kill event, you get to kill monsters. And the more monsters you kill, the more points you get. The more points you get, the higher you score in the event, and ultimately that puts you on the leaderboard and gives you a reward. You will see that when it comes to Imperial Soldier Destroys, I am number 1. I don't have the best armies in the game, I don't have the best troops, but I farm like crazy on Tuesdays and throughout the week, and here's why. If you farm for, I don't know, say 6 hours nonstop up in the middle of the map. I know this happens all over the map, but I know on our server right here, there's just tons of 13 monsters everywhere. You just get up here, you warp around till you're up there, and then you drive your Ark around Monday night, and you just get in the right position. And every time you kill a 13 monster, another one spawns right near it where it was, within 2 or 3 spaces. And here they are, just 13 monsters everywhere. And you just send your commanders over and over and over until you run out of energy. Well, before you had Tier 9, you would have to use this energy soda, which you could only get from the Carnival, which was the slot machine game. That was the only way to get them. Energy soda. That was the only way. Well, people would burn through their energy soda, and then they would just quit doing the Nemesis event because, you run out of energy. You want to save a few of them at least. And that was the end of it. But when you get Tier 9, you don't even have to use soda anymore. All you have to do is level your commanders to 60, get 150 leadership, and you can farm them non-stop. So I recycle my commanders all the time, always eating them, and then I take them back to 900 and I recycle them again. Right now, this Medusa is at 150 leadership. She has no skills, and this isn't a 13 monster, it's a 12 monster, but it works the same on a 13 monster. And this is what I do. I have a preloaded set of all Tier 9, and I just march them into it, and they go. Tier 9 is so powerful. And I do use the Diablo hole for marching speed, and that tier suppression does help a little bit. But even though it hits, it doesn't do enough damage, right? So I get through it, I lose no troops, and that's a 13 monster full kill. That's how you get a ton of points. So if you're wondering if Tier 9 is worth the jump, then, and you don't want to pay, well, if you are willing to pay some, wait for the Christmas event. Unlimited crystals are now up to 2,000 a pack, so it's a little bit more affordable. And you can build your own unlimited crystals. You can trade gas, electricity, all day, 2 for 1 for cash. You trade 1 million electricity for 500k cash all day long. And take the cash and get those unlimited crystals and just start building and building more and more unlimited crystals until you get your Tier 9. Now, I know it's a daunting task, but the closer you get, you'll get there. It'll take you a few weeks, a few months. You'll just keep hammering away at it. You'll get your Tier 9. And when you do, you can start doing that. Now, the main benefit to farming those monsters, even if you don't get first or second place and get the 1,000 or 1,500 gold, whatever the junky reward is that for 1 billion points, which takes me about, I want to say 30 commanders, all 30 commanders, if I attack all 13 monsters, I'll get 1 billion points. Maybe it's 50 commanders. I don't know. But they recycle energy every 30 minutes. So by the time you have 4 or 5 commanders running nonstop, and and you go to reset the next 4 or 5, the next 4 or 5, the next 4 or 5. By the time you go all the way around, they have got most of their energy back, so you can just keep going nonstop if you want to do that. And the rewards are fantastic. You get magazines and 25% marching speed. And the only way to get marching speed without paying gold for it is farming those monsters, or farming those monsters. You don't get them for anything else. So farming monsters is important, and you get a ton of magazines. 1 billion points is 250 magazines, which is worth 18,000 or 19 or 17,000 gold, 18,000 gold. So in a few hours, you can farm 18,000 gold worth of magazines and easily another 10,000 gold worth of marching speed. 25% marching speed is really important, because when the monster event comes around and you have tier 9, you can kill the level 7 and 8 monsters. Here's another replay. I haven't done the Rogers video yet. I will do the Rogers video soon. Here's an example. There's a 7 monster. I'll show the 8 monster. Now, of course, I have all my gear on. But notice I have dodge gear, and I have a resistance weakened gear, speed of God and ghost mask. So these infantry, they don't even hit me. With the dodge and resistance weakened gear, they never touch me. Now, granted, my Rogers doesn't hit very hard, so after the first round I go immune, so it doesn't matter even if they do hit me, which they don't, because I've watched 30 rounds one time because I was bored. It goes all the way around, all the way around. But eventually I do kill them all. I'm only doing 1 or 3% damage per. It's not much, 3% damage per, but I have infantry in the background to hit even harder. Now, infantry in the front dodges even better. I have airships just because that's my loadout. But there it is. There's a monster 8 monster during kill event, and 3-day speed up. 3-day speed up. That's huge, right? That's an 8,000 gold item right there. At least 7,000 gold. It's 100 gold for 1 hour, and there's 72 hours there. So tier 9 does pay for itself. It really does pay to have tier 9. Of course, I take no losses, So that should be your push. If you weren't sure about tier 9, you didn't like what the devs are doing with the game, now that they've made it available to acquire the items, it is really hard to craft them all. I'm not going to pretend like it's not. However, you can do a significant portion of the damage instead of having to pay for it. So if you haven't made that jump yet, maybe it's time to get serious about it and really start pushing forward, pushing for it. Infantry is cheap. They're the cheapest to repair because infantry is 150 units. Walker is 225. So if you do have to heal one, you do pay like bonus for the healing. I don't know if you guys know the healing thing. I haven't done a video about that, but if it's under 200 units worth, you get 10% of their value. If you go over 200 units, it costs more. But anyway, Death Angels are great. They're great dodgers. They're great for events. They're great for monster kill. They're great for farming. So I hope I've encouraged you to start moving forward with that and start pushing for tier 9. Skip tier 8. Tier 8's just useless. It's too expensive and just not good enough. So now that tier 9's possible, go for it. And the current record right now is held by a friend on WeChat, or no, online, LINE app. And his name is, Scar Demon on UFF. And he has 1.683 billion. That's the top I've ever seen. I've personally done like 1.2 billion. So maybe this week we all pony up and challenge each other to see if anyone could break 2 billion points in an event. So that's the record, 1.683 billion. And let's see if anyone could beat it. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to close it out now. I hope that encouraged you to get your tier 9. I want to point out one more time, I did that with no gear. 0 gear, just the troops themselves. And I do have maximum research for the basic research, but even then I don't even think it matters. Put some gear on. If you're not all the way there, you'll make it. So anyway, thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Comment in the video in the comments below if you have a better score, or if there's something you want to see, or if there's something I mentioned or maybe I didn't talk enough about. Interact with the community. We're in the comments below. I respond to the comments. We're a tiny little community. Join us. So if you've seen these videos and you've heard me say, join us, talk in the comments, subscribe, blah, 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 just do it. Say hi. Say hi, Melt. Thanks for your video, or your videos suck, or, nice haircut, or why do you change shirts 7 times a day because you make all these videos in one day and slowly release them? It's because I don't want you to think I did it all in one day. Okay. See you on the next one.